What's going on, guys? We have a 2021 Volkswagen Atlas here, and we have some issues with the Lane Change Assistant Control Module 2. So I'm going into the Lane Change Assistant Master Module, and we see we have some fault codes, local data bus, no communication as an active code. So that's going to be the code that we're diagnosing on this one. Now, quick little diagram here. Number 3 would be the master module, which is Lane Change Assistant Control Module. And then number 9 is going to be Lane Change Assistant Control Module number 2. Now, we're going to be looking for a communication issue between those two modules. So we have a wiring diagram right here, and at the top we have module J769, which is going to be the Master Lane Change Assistant Control Module, and you can see that has 4 CAN wires on it. Pin number 3 and 4, those are going to go to the slave module, which would be Lane Change Assistant Control Module number 2, and then pins number 1 and 2 are going to go to J533, which is going to be Data Bus Onboard Diagnostic Interface, and that's how it's going to communicate to the rest of the network. So for this, we are going to be focusing on pins 3 and 4 going to the other module, since we have a local communication CAN fault. Now for this other module, J770, we are going to first start with checking our powers and grounds on this, which is going to be pin number 5 is going to be the ground wire, and then pin number 8 is going to be the power wire. We're going to start with load testing those and see if we have any faults. After that, we're going to go to pin number 1 and 2, which is going to be the local CAN, and we're going to see what that waveform looks like. So we are back probed into our connector here, and we have our 1157 bulb brightly illuminated, and we have our 14 volts. So this is showing no issues with the power or ground on this circuit. So we have our terminal kit, and we're probed into the front of the connector here, and we are just checking the integrity of the waveform utilizing my picoscope to see if I see anything. So here we have a screen capture from the communication on this module. So we do have that driver side module unplugged, and we're probing this to check the wiring going to the master module. Now this is showing me that there's no shorts or anything like that, and we see a good waveform here. So this is showing the wiring is good, and the master control module is showing a good communication waveform. So at this point, with powers and grounds checking out and the communication showing good at that module, this tells me that that lane change assistant control module number 2 on the driver side is going to be faulty. Now I want to make a note, you would want to be checking this with the module unplugged. You wouldn't want to be checking this with the module plugged in, because if it was plugged in and you did have an open in the wire going to the master module, you would be seeing a good waveform just coming from the slave module. So you'd want to ensure that that module is unplugged, so you're just checking the wiring going to the master module with this test setup that I did here. So I came back to this car today after the new module was installed, and you could see that the local data bus code is no longer active, and we do have codes now for control module coding that are active. So we're going to jump right into coding this new control module and getting it all set up. Now there's a couple different ways you can replace this control module. You could do it through guided functions or the test plan. If you run it from here, you're going to see that it's going to add what you need to do to the test plan. It's going to say it right here. The applicable test program is entered in the test plan. So you're basically going to go back to the test plan now and run what it added to the test plan. You can see we have code online control module now on the test plan. So we're going to enter the diagnostic address here at the top. We're going to run this, and this is going to code the control module for us. This is going to take a little bit of time. So we have that all successfully completed. There is one more step that we have to run after this. It's going to be a parameterization of the module. So after I go through these, I'm going to jump right into that. So this is going to be the second part. This is going to be another procedure that's run. It's going to be a software configuration, which is the parameterization of the module. So we're going to perform that now and get that all successfully completed. So we have that all taken care of, that completed successfully. So now we're going to go and reread the codes and see what we have. So you can see we're going to go back into Lane Change Assistant. We have 0 events on the side, no active fault codes, going to update it, and we have no fault codes. So we're going to just give this a start, see what we have on the dashboard. So you can see now the blind spot indicator does light up. If you come over to here with the engine running, we don't have any fault codes or warning lights on our dashboard anymore. So this is just going to be a test drive and should be good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you on the next one.